internal micro show that we do here with wrestling. But and one of the catchphrases that's going on right now there is as far as what's doing best for business. But I want the White Sox to run like a well-oiled baseball operation. I'm really tired of them being perceived as a, I don't want to say a joke, but as a national second-rate team. I don't like it. I can certainly handle and stomach it enough within the city. I don't like to see it from a national perspective, and I really wonder what the national perspective is on the White Sox organization. I think I'd like to believe that it's good that there is that other organizations think highly of the White Sox, but I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if stupid headlines due to stupid outrages, indignations, events, caricatures, if that's what the organization is being portrayed as, because it's not fair to everyone in the organization, for those especially that work hard day in and day out. But there is a tremendous amount of history there. There is something that had baseball been different in an earlier time, would be certainly and could be rivaling that of the major teams of the East. And that frustrates me as a fan probably more than anything. So to see wasted opportunities and to see organizational failings, short-sightedness be on display, or just be the day-to-day norm, that's very, very frustrating. And I really, really want to see that image changed. Whether it does or doesn't, well, that remains on the organization and management. So hopefully, and it's up to them whether they do that or not. And we'll see what happens there over the next coming years. I certainly think that Ventura's staff is very good. I am disappointed. I was very disappointed in the choice of Robin Ventura as the manager. He wasn't one of my favorite players growing up as a child. And I don't like that the organization gives opportunities to those for development purposes, especially because, well, there's better equipped individuals out there that can do the job. Specifically that year, why couldn't Terry Francona have been hired? He was available. I would have loved to have seen him in the manager's seat. I definitely have a lot of respect for him. I think very highly of him. I loathe the fact that he's in the Cleveland uniform and he's managing that team, because I value his. I really do value his position and who he is within the game. So I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward. We don't have definite terms on the contract of Robin Ventura, but it's seemingly his job till he doesn't want it anymore, or either the organization doesn't want him around anymore. And whether he's growing into loving the position, that remains to be seen. Certainly there are moments that make me question, his, I don't know, common sense when it comes to baseball, and that's very, very disappointing. So I certainly hope that the organization can make the appropriate changes at the appropriate times, and get back to some better standing as a perception of themselves. Because, well, I don't know. I always guess I try to default to play bigger than who you are, because it's a long way down, and it's a very, very difficult climb to get up, to get back up there. So we'll see what happens there. Quickly, though, for those of you that are interested in the wrestling portion, unfortunately, I am really, really useless without Brandon here. If you do value my opinion, please let me know, and I'll be happy to share more of that with you. It was a surprisingly decent pre-show pre pay-per-view show for Raw. I don't certainly have that expectation for SmackDown. SummerSlam is this Sunday. Little bit of memes and catchphrases going on right now from the universe and from the Authority, especially 999. And the way that they've turned things and set the storylines up and set the matches up for SummerSlam, I'm more confident this week after this past Monday than I was at any point previous over the year, or excuse me, over the month between shows and pay-per-views. So I'm very happy that that's the case. I really expect it to. I hope it to be a very good show, and I hope it certainly does live up to that. So I'll be following along on Twitter for that, having fun with that. But hopefully it is a good show. And with that, again, please contact us if you are interested in getting involved in the confidence challenge this year, the confidence pool that we have. We are playing for pride, not prize. If that happens to lower our participation from listeners, that disappoints me. But hopefully, we do get some responses there. Brandon and I will do it. I'm sure Mike will be involved at some point. And those frequent listeners hopefully will be participating. I'm sure family members of us will be as well. And we hope everyone has a good time and just has fun with it. It's certainly a nice, I think, little change of pace considering how dominant fantasy is. And I think the last thing anybody needs is another fantasy team to manage. This is something a little bit easier and I guess more time-friendly out there for individuals. So with that, you can follow the show on Twitter at IAP Podcast. You can email us at IAP Podcasts, all one word, at gmail.com. You can follow along me on Twitter, M_F_Kane, and you can follow Brandon at Brandon_J_Banks. You can take a look at the show notes, our website, beyondtheheadset.co. For more information as far as where to follow us, you can also check us out on our Facebook page, even though, well, unfortunately, we're not that active on our Facebook page. It's a nice little marketing tool that we have there. But other than that, feel free to always strike up a conversation. We'll hop on there if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. So until then, have a good week, everybody, and we will talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to Chicago Sports Update here on Intrepid Audio Productions. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter by searching IAP Podcasts, all one word. We make it easy to listen to us at home or on the go because you can subscribe to us via iTunes or on your browser at Spreaker.com. Listen to us on the go with the Stitcher Radio app, available for all smartphones. Want to interact with the team directly? Leave any questions, comments, or feedback you may have at our Facebook page. You can also like our page to know about special events, shows topics, and listen directly on our page to new and past episodes. Feel free to email us anytime at iappodcasts@gmail.com. IAP Podcasts, pioneering the best in independent podcasting.